Good morning. It is Tuesday, July the 7th. It is after 2 long weekends of having fun for July the 4th and the week before for Lake of the Woods, unofficial July the 4th. It's David Macpherson and Daisey Harrison.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today at LicataLive.
Yes, we are pleased to be here and hope you are with us this morning. We have a few things to talk about, some upcoming events that are going to be very special. And maybe before we do that, I'll just mention, I usually mention something at the beginning of each month about the Orange County Voice newspaper, because our author and our matriarch here at Licata Group writes an article each month, and she wrote a very interesting article in this issue number 10. Pat Licata wrote an article about Meet the Carpenters. And you thought, what? Meet the Carpenters? Yeah, termites, bees, and ants. The carpenters that Pat was referring to, not the great singing duo. And those are things that have to be treated, and the older a house is, there is more likelihood that there may be some termite action going on. And isn't it by law in Virginia you have to have
you have to have it done before you can close, and yeah,
so it is part of the mandatory Virginia state. You can't waive it. You got to have it done on properties. Sometimes the buyer pays for it. Sometimes the seller pays. Normally, the seller is usually asked to pay for it. And the good news is the inspection itself is quite inexpensive.
Yeah, like what, $45?
$45, sometimes a little more. And I'll tell you what, I've had a couple of sellers who had a house that they had an ongoing. They kept up with termites and pests. So they had an ongoing service agreement with Airlicht or Pest Now or somebody. And if you have that as part of leaving the property and so on, most of those companies will actually do the final certification inspection for no charge.
Correct.
Because they've been getting money for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years from you, so it's good. So, but it is something that's important to get done, we do it, or we can set it up for you to get that done.
Yeah.
So what is it you want to talk about, Daisy? What's our big event?
The Waterpalooza.
Yeah.
This weekend, our upcoming Waterpalooza, we have 7 lakefront.
7 lakefront homes.
We're offering food.
Yes.
So come hungry. Boat tours. So if you're not familiar with Lake of the Woods and you kind of want to get a little familiar, gives you the opportunity to come and explore and take a boat tour so you can see what it looks like out in the water. It's beautiful. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. And you've got 2 very, very experienced Coast Guard licensed captains, Keith Neely.
And David Macpherson.
And yours truly. Forget the Coast Guard part, but we know the lake quite well over the years we've been here, and we will give everybody a quick run around so that you can really see these 7 and a few other homes. You can see them from the water side, which is kind of funny because we always tell people when we're showing properties that are waterfront homes, we always tell them that, listen, the curb appeal of a house on the water is not from the street.
Not at all. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and from the street, because of the elevation going down to the lake and so on, quite often from the street side, you see a very plain Jane home with maybe a large garage or sheds and other stuff.
And it might look this big.
But when you come around and tour it from the water, you see it there, which is also why we put a sign when we're selling a home on the water. We always have a sign on the street side so people can find it easily enough, but we also have one right down by the waterfront on the docks. So, so what else? So you want to talk a little bit more about this? Because I think we're having a little raffle.
We're having a raffle. We're raffling off a couple of different little items, fun dinners here and there. And some other fun little things that we're giving away. You'll receive a card like this It has each one of the addresses of the homes that we're showcasing at this point. All you have to do is visit however many, at least 3 to 7, and however many times or however many addresses you visit, it's how many times you actually get entered into one of our drawings. All you have to do is fill out your information on the back. You'll get one at the first house that you come to look at. And at the end, we stop at, what is it?
Three's when we finish, and we'll gather up
12 to 3.
Yeah, and we know you won't finish up coming to the main host house at Lee Circle, but wherever you finish up and you head out, don't worry, because we've got your information. We'll have got your raffle ticket or your initial passport here, and we'll get you entered. And then
we're actually going to be pulling the winners on next LicataLive on Tuesday.
Yeah, so that'll be the 13th to 14th. So that's a LicataLive. Even though I know that you never miss one when Daisey or myself are on. I know this is such an important part of your week. But it will be to come and pay attention on the 14th. Hang out with us on the 12th, and then log in on the 14th and see if you have won the grand prize, which I don't think it's going to be one of the houses, actually, because there was some talk that we might make one of the houses for a prize, but that would mean about $1 million investment from the company. But no, we're gonna have some great prizes, including, like you said, like a nice dinner. I know there's a
food and drinks at each one.
Yeah, but there's also a prize of I think it's a brunch. Everybody might know Brock's restaurant downtown Fredericksburg. And then we've got some gift certificates for
Nothing Bunt Cakes.
That's right, Everything Bunt Cakes. I always think of that's got something to do with baseball, but so it'll be a lot of fun. And bring friends, family.
Anybody, everybody.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna have a whole crew of family, because I figure if they all fill out, like if all 10 of them fill out a raffle ticket each, that I have a good chance of maybe I'll win. But as an employee, I'll probably be I'll be excluded anyway. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun day.
So come and join us.
Yeah, and while we're talking about just the market in general. We're still seeing homes selling. A couple of houses went under contract just before Saturday the 4th. I think our good colleague Carrie got one, and we're still getting some new listings. I mean, you've got a couple that are coming on. Washington Street is going to be coming up, I believe, and something else. So there's definitely activity. And you've got an interesting commercial property on Route 1.
Yes, it's right off of Ladysmith exit. It gets a lot of traffic, and if you're looking, whether a tow truck, car dealership, daycares, I mean, anything and everything, doctor, I mean, it's a B1. It's on B1, so there's so many things that you can do with it. It's a little over 2 acres. It's got 2 buildings, and it's amazing. And it gets a lot of traffic. And you could go check it out, or call me, and I can give you some more information on it if you're looking.
It's not very far away from the brand new Kalahari Resort, and I don't know if any of the contractors that are working there delivering stuff and subs and stuff like this, subcontractors that are doing stuff, but that property is a great property for staging things.
Absolutely.
If you had, if you needed to either park vehicles or you needed to store some building materials and stuff like that, and Kalahari's just down the road if you're there. But it wouldn't just be Kalahari. You could be staging and parking and using it. Just put up a good secure fence around it, and it would be good to go. So that's definitely we don't get too many commercial properties to sell, but it's a very interesting one to do that. So yeah. So the market overall is a little bit it hasn't changed a lot. It's definitely slowed down. I think right now in the lake we're up to about 80 properties, which sounds like a lot, and it is, because since before COVID we haven't had that many on the market at one time. But out of 4,000 homes, it's still not a large number of properties available. So it's just they're sitting a little bit longer, but they are going under contract, and ones that are coming on that are competitively priced are still going fast.
Yes,
are still going fast. So it's I was telling somebody the other day, it's definitely swinging more to the buyer side, and the buyer's having a little more power. So if you are a buyer, don't think that you should be sitting back. If you're a buyer and you're able to pull together your loan, or you have cash, this is a market right now where you can negotiate a little more to get a home under contract. So definitely talk to us about that, and not just about what we ourselves have for listings. We can find you homes all over the region. So
yeah, and we do have some office exclusives. We can't give you a lot of information over this, but if you're interested in finding something before it actually comes on the market, please reach out, because we might actually have something in our back pocket for you.
Exactly. Well, very good point. That's always a good point. So I think that's it for this Tuesday and Licata Live. Hope to see you on Sunday.
Yep. 12 to 3.
12 to 3. And we will hope for some good weather. We should be clear of the storms are coming later in the day, so we should be good with the weather. So.
Yeah, so just watch out for our Facebook posts, and we'll give you more information if you're interested. And if you don't see anything, please feel free to call us here at the office, and we can give you all the details.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.